And welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Pathfinder Kingmaker. Where we left off last time, we were in Armag's tomb. We did succeed at killing our good friend Armag. Now it's time to leave. We are done in here. We've killed Armag, taken the sword. We need to figure out the situation with Amiri. We need to get her some serious will save in order to use Over and Bane. It's such a good sword, I really want to use it. But at the same time, she will definitely not be able to do very well with it and will go insane and start killing our friends. It is noisy at the tomb's exit. Many Tiger Lord's tribesmen have gathered here. They're arguing and bickering, and the discussion is so heated that some participants have begun punching their opposition or drawing weapons, while more level heads can work to calm them down. Dugath is here too. Noticing you, he stops speaking and gives you a warm smile. As you step forward, the crowd surrounds you. The Tiger Lords bombard you with questions about the fate of their deposed chieftain. Armag was a madman and a kinslayer. He led your tribe to its destruction, but I defeated him and his witches. Your words spur a new wave of controversy, as some barbarians cheer, others angrily defend their hero. Dugath's apprentice pushes his way through the crowd towards you. Who are they? Our elders, clerics, bards, strongest fighters have gathered here, everyone important enough to have a voice in the matters of our tribe. As you can hear, they're more than happy to continue using those voices. With the fate of our tribe at stake, I can only pray that Great Gorum holds his hand and allows us to resolve it without bloodshed. What's going on here? It's a tribal council of sorts. Once word spread about the location of Armag's tomb, elders and other influential tribesmen hurried to come here. Armag's actions have split the tribe in two. Some call him a hero, while others call him a criminal. Armag's death failed to mend the wounds his life inflicted on the tribe. Quite the contrary, in fact. Chaos and rift. How else could this story end? Armag may not have been the best chief, but in trying to overthrow him, you only kindled the flames of a feud. Those who curse Armag for sending his tribes into senseless deaths also won't tolerate those who praise him as a great chieftain. These seem like Tiger Lord's affairs. What help would I be? Your army forced us to retreat. You defeated our chieftain in an honest fight. What's more, you've achieved what no one else before you could. You delved into Armag's tomb and proved yourself worthy to enter his resting chamber. And if that weren't enough, this land where the tomb is located is yours, or soon to be yours. Everything hinges upon your decision. I'd say we better root them out, but if for some reason you don't want to do it, then give them a weak chief or someone you can control. Otherwise, in 10 or 20 years, they'll return to your lands to try their luck once more. Alright, I'll take any Tiger Lords who wish to leave their tribe and live on my lands, provided they swear an oath of fealty first. This time there's no yelling, no bickering. After a short intense debate, one of the elders addresses you. We gratefully accept your offer. With your permission, we'll settle here, keeping the peace of Armag's tomb, as well as the peace of your borders. There is one more issue we must discuss. Who will lead the Numerian Tiger Lords? Well, it may no longer be your concern. Those who make their homes in your lands will need a leader, and this person will need to be respected by the tribe, but also hold your trust. If you nominate an appropriate candidate, we'll heed the decision. Dugath is wise and valiant. He'll make a fine leader. The cleric nods with dignity and steps forward. Tiger Lords, we can't let this rivalry split our tribe. We're still brothers and sisters, and if trouble comes, we'll unite and fight it together. But for now, Gorum calls for us to go our separate ways for a while. Return to Numeria, choose a new chieftain, and lead the tribe to wealth and glory. We will remain here, by the tomb of our ancient leader. Farewell, brothers and sisters. The barbarians nod grimly as the cleric speaks. Once the speech is over, some of them remain, and the others bid farewell to their tribesmen as they leave. Dugath approaches you and shakes your hand. That's how it goes, Baron. Truth be told, when we first met, I was sure Gorum would eventually pit us against one another on the battlefield. I'm glad that was not the case. We'll roam this area, and if any enemies approach your borders, they'll have us to deal with first. After the new chieftain finishes his speech, the time comes for farewells. Some barbarians exchange hugs and shake their tribesmen's hands with teary eyes, while others simply clench their fists and spit on the ground, muttering curses. Finally, those who decided to return to Numeria leave your lands, and the rest surround their leader. And that's that. We just had our coronation now. It's time to become a king. That is our goal. We are also not very close to a level. We get a really cool helmet for becoming king, if I recall correctly. Where is our coronation ceremony? Is it our capital or is it in Restov? I can't remember. Or does it just happen? Oh, sorry. Oh, does it just happen automatically? Random yawn. Looks like we go to... Attend the coronation is at our capital. 1 day and 10 hours. Now the only... Oh, just wait. Don't care. Continue. The one thing we have to pay attention to now is that once all of our characters become fatigued, Valerie won't, because she is immune to fatigue. So we'll never actually have this stop thing where everyone's like, we're fatigued, let's rest. She will never get that trait, so it'll never pop up as a warning. So we have to kind of be more cautious about our fatigue situation.
A rest would be welcome.
Is that everyone? No, Canara's still going, and so is Valerie. But that's okay, we'll rest right here.
As expected.
Once we go into the throne room, we're going to be thrown into the meeting or whatever. I'm deeply tempted to use a reroller on Amiri and like reshape her into a better character for using that sword. It's such a toss-up on that sword, though. You can get terrible luck and then start massacring your own people. But we can give her like 2-weapon fighter, barbarian. No, that would suck. She'd have a terrible will save.
Your Grace! I just realized that I won't be calling you that much longer. I just wanted to tell you that everything is ready for the celebration. Your guests have arrived, the capital is fully decorated for the festivities, and the people can't wait for you to make your entrance. Alright then, now we can definitely start celebrating. It's just so incredible. I'm so excited. A new kingdom is about to appear, right here, before my very eyes. It's long overdue if you ask me. My book of our adventures is desperately lacking in episodes where the heroes are properly rewarded.
It's because usually we aren't, other than with new swords. Jumandiel...
feast in the royal hall is a welcome change after so many blood-soaked battlefields. It appears everyone is going above and beyond to ensure your coronation ceremony is as fine as we have in Brevoy.
Jumandiel Dory gazes at the throne room as if taking in every detail.
And you more than deserve a lavish celebration. If you hadn't arrived in time and intervened on the battlefield, many would be dead today. I'd be honored to help you govern the kingdom. Should you need my service, I will immediately answer your call.
Trust my expertise. High society events quickly become boring, and you'll be thanking the gods for every opportunity to flex your muscles. You'll learn this on your own soon enough. So, now you're but a few mere paces away from the crown. How does it feel?
Jumanji turns to you with a hint of a smile. I'll accept this crown and rule for the benefit of my subjects.
Is that so? I hope you will rule your lands with the same resolve you show today. When I decided to ally with the mayor of Restall, I was confident in my resolution. In time, I grew to question my decision. But of course, we must look always forward. Never let doubt shake your determination. Let's get to the point. As a sword lord and a defender of Restall and its lands, I want to clarify one thing before your subjects steal you from me. How do you see your alliance with Rostland? Our states are related today and for years to come. I support your ascent to the throne, but you must understand that this imposes upon you some obligations as well. Think carefully before you answer. Your words will define how close our states become in the future.
I wish to unite our powers, make our enemies tremble at the very mention of our names. Together we'll make our nations the greatest allies of Avestan.
Then it is decided. I like it when people get straight to business, rather than wasting time in idle chat. Our advisors will discuss the specifics of our alliance in greater detail, but I already like what I hear.
Jumanji slaps her fist against her palm.
We are decided then. We have lingered too long already. Your people await you outside, Your Highness. It's time you emerge and greet your subjects.
Alrighty, we're off. We shouldn't do ruling things while we're here. I guess, probably. We should probably go deal with this coronation thing. Lindsay
What took you so long? Everybody has been waiting for you. Hurry up!
Lindsay is almost jumping in excitement, clutching in her hands a scroll covered with solemn oaths.
I've searched all the books, but I couldn't find anything that resembled a coronation protocol for the Stolen Lands. So, I took the liberty of penning the program myself. Don't worry, I did the very best I could.
She proudly demonstrates a parchment scroll covered with scribbles. She clears her throat and turns to the crowd.
Citizens of the kingdom, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great excitement and indescribable awe that I, Lindsay, official chronicler of the hero who stands beside me, hereby declare the beginning of a sacred ceremony, the coronation of the first legitimate ruler in the history of the Stolen Lands. By the power of the representatives of the other royal houses who recognize him as their equal, and according to the will of the people who accepted him, he now ascends the throne, which has been waiting empty for so long, for such a worthy ruler. My fellow citizens, I hereby introduce your king and your undisputed leader. Now he stands before you, ready to accept your will. Everyone who has gathered here, are you ready to swear fealty to your new ruler?
I swear.
Celestial, save the king!
Hail to the king!
We pledge our loyalty.
Long live the king!
Yeah, sure. How much longer are you gonna wag your tongues? It's time we start feasting in the chieftain's name.
I'm not subject to anyone, so I cannot swear fealty. But I have nothing to say against a king such as this.
So it is decided. And now, it's your turn, your highness. Into your hands we commend our lives, and humbly request you address the fate that awaits for us under your rule. Please now answer.
Lindsay turns to you. The bard clears her throat and solemnly reads her words from a page.
How do you intend to rule this land and its people? With benevolence and care for those who suffer, or with strength and severity for the unworthy?
All who abide by my laws may rely on my mercy.
Will you honor the old ways and traditions, which spread through these lands long before your time? And will you abide its laws, which all accept?
I will abide the laws which benefit my subjects and my lands.
And finally, what will be the motto under which you shall rule? Proclaim it now for us to witness, and we shall etch this solemn moment into our hearts.
Life is fleeting, but law is forever.
Well now. Esteemed gentlemen, fair ladies, the ceremony is complete, and now the long-awaited moment has arrived.
Lindsay glances at the last few lines of her manuscript. She clears her throat and turns to the crowd.
Let us bow together and witness this solemn moment. The crown.
I have a crown. Actually, it looks pretty cool. Everyone is cheering.
Speech, Your Highness. According to tradition, we need a speech.
Lindsay turns towards you and whispers urgently. Fine, I shall speak.
Ladies and gentlemen, His Highness wishes to give a speech.
Lindsay claps her hands in joy and turns to the crowd. You step forward. The countless faces of the crowd, so noisy just a moment ago, will now become still, their eyes all upon you. My loyal subjects, today is the day when law finally comes to the Stolen Lands. The crowd heeds your words with servile expression. Some shake their heads, but most look at you as they should upon their king, with reverence. Let me see. Law is the gateway to civilization, and many are the sacrifices we shall gladly make in its name. From now on, the state is your father and your god. Serve the law, and it will protect you. Reject the law, and your life will be as smoke in the wind. Cautious silence engulfs the crowd. The people look at you with respect and apprehension. You see several elbowing their way through the crowd, trying to escape in fear, but the rest listen in reverence, and none dare interrupt.
My goodness, Your Highness. I always knew you were a man of many talents, but your gift of eloquence is without equal.
The bard turns to the crowd.
The king has spoken! Hail to the king!
And shouts as loudly as she can.
Hail to the king!
Let His Highness's name be praised throughout the century.
Those are the words of a true ruler, not some sweet crowd-pleasing lies.
With such a king ruling you, even these lands, so mired in crime and corruption, stand a chance of becoming worthy of their ruler. Hooray!
Listen to me. By His Highness's declaration, the celebration has begun. We've heard enough speeches. Now, let us enjoy the feast and raise a toast to the health of our king.
And now we get to do a coronationing. I like how the goblins are just there. They're like, yeah, we're here. We exist. There's 4 of us.
This was a true triumph. Forget some simple barony. Our ruler now wore the crown of a monarch. The time had come for royal feats and equally royal dangers.
Alrighty. Well, we are, I guess, officially done the ceremony. We're also outside, so we can go take a look at the stores. I wonder if they have anything new yet. It's a new chapter of the game. Maybe they have some new items. Though it's not really looking good in that regard. The answer to that's a firm no, but let's sell all this junk, at least. Maybe Verdal has something new. It's also looking like a no. Unfortunate. Alright, let's take a look at the crown, though. We do have the crown on. It is +6 to charisma, intelligence, and wisdom, and +2 resistance to +2 resistance bonus to saving throws against compulsion effects. It's actually a really nice item. Also looks kind of cool. We're all kingly. We have 28 wisdom still, which we already knew. But now we have 18 intelligence and 22 charisma, so our persuasion skill is probably very high. Yeah, persuasion +23 is as high as our perception skill. So, it's kind of neat. We're going to go back inside and do some ruling things. I'm just going to pause the video and then we'll go do some of that kind of stuff. And then whenever we have a new story thing to do, I will restart the video. Actually, we should just quickly check to see if there's a new story thing in the throne room currently, because sometimes they just pop right up. Let's find out. Yes, it was. Kyrieru is leaning lazily against the wall. The tiefling's expressive eyes glare at you. I was expecting you. How's my king? I'm sure you must be terribly bored chasing after monsters and defeating enemies over and over again. Don't you want to take a break from the routine and celebrate your triumphant rise to power? Tell me the truth, Kyrieru. What do you really want, me or my crown? The tiefling freezes and looks at you completely baffled. Why? Isn't that a question a little too forward for an ordinary affair with a passing foreigner? Why do you ask anyways? She blushes faintly and bites her lip anxiously. I see no point in double talk. You're smart, ambitious, and beautiful. We could achieve so much together. Kyrieru watches you tensely and lets out a soft sigh of relief. You're so direct and clear, and I like that. I was afraid he starts talking about undying love, pardon my language, and other such nonsense. But I wonder... The girl's cheeks blush a little. How far does together really get us? As far as you like. The place of my wife and consort is still vacant. Kyrieru's tail snaps twice against the floor like a whip. I'll admit I'm flattered. I appreciate your frankness, and your appreciation of my virtues is an honor, and I'm not saying this to flatter you. If anyone deserves to hear the truth from me, it's you. She frowns, thinking about something, but I wouldn't rush things. A sweet affair, despite its pleasures, is not exactly a future together. Besides, my fate is still undecided. The herald of a god and a very persistent devil both hold claim to my life and future. Under the circumstances, it's difficult for me to make plans for myself. She takes a step forward, her eyes are full of glee and her confusion is long past, but we have the whole evening together. Let's spend it in a less formal setting. Kyrieru is very forward. I like that. Alrighty. Let's check our thing. If it's just ruling stuff like normal, we'll just pause and I'll do it all. Everything is ready for the coronation. We have a bunch of projects to do. It's just all normal junk. Okay, so I'm going to just work on all of this and we will get back at some point in time. Just going to pause for a little bit. Alrighty, so we're just exploring around up here. We did a bunch of ruling things. There's so much to do, but that's okay. We are going to go to the Two-Faced Hill. Some of it's still going on at the moment for the ruling type things, but we've done a bunch of events. Nothing special, just all the kingdom management type junk. It's not my favorite part of the game, to be honest. I like the adventuring part vastly more, but that's okay. Let's see what we can find out in the wilderness. We found a werewolf from Tegrith's family, and another one a couple behind us, actually. And more in front of us. So we have several to fight. They are not that hard to kill. Slightly tougher than I thought, but not that bad. One's dead. They're worth 360 experience each. Our main character's gonna hit now. this one might just die straight up. Not quite. Just gonna 5-foot step away to make sure we're not in range. That one's definitely dead. And 5-foot step away.
Burn.
Interpose between that werewolf and Knock Knock. And maybe kill this one? Nope. Critical hit on Valerie. Kinda hurt.
Bring it.
And a Knock Knock should be able to finish this one off. Oh yeah. Done. Kill the treble fetish, couple swords. And a couple more swords. Let's go up top there. Not sure who Tigrith is. Is there a cave here? Probably gonna find out who Tigrith is. If that was a werewolf from Tigrith's family, I'm gonna guess that Tigrith is gonna be in this cave.
Hesitate.
We've downed better ones.
There it is. It's Tigrith, the werewolf from Numeria. Alright, we're gonna delay till after Lindsay, because we're gonna get haste going. Tigrith is fast and has many attacks. It doesn't really matter if she has haste, she can't make multiple attacks around anyways. Delay. Delay. And delay. Alright. Can Amiri get into this fight? No. That's okay. I don't think she necessarily needs to be there. One dead. He has a ton of hit points. We got him to injured and we did like 100 damage. At least. Knock Knock, there's no way you're getting into this fight. Oh, maybe. Let's take a look. Nope. Nothing there. Let's just start taking out his family, I guess. Although he hits pretty hard.
Taste my fury.
Near death on that one. Those two can't get in. Let's start opening up on some of these guys. He's badly injured, can't move. Can't 5-foot step, so can't move at all. Guess we're just attacking with this guy again. Well, there's Tigrith the dead. Now we just have to kill his family. Knock Knock can't move. Valerie can move up and actually clear some room, hopefully. We should probably... I think this turned itself off. Because we couldn't knock anything down. Not sure why it turned itself off, but such is life. Well, let's finish this guy off, and then the last one, and then we're done, I think. Killing a werewolf clan. Not really sure. Oh, I can't charge. Not really sure why we're killing this werewolf clan, but they attacked us first, so we'll call it justified, I guess. Tigrith didn't actually have any magical items or anything on him. Let's hope there's magical items in his cave of some sort. Otherwise this was a worthless fight. There's a bent wrench with a Technic League's band. There is White Rose Oysters. There is a +3 Agile stock and a +3 Amulet of Natural Armor. In other words, nothing particularly exciting. Which reminds me, actually we did get an item for one of our merchants, actually a couple items from our merchants. What is Divine Intervention? +4 Holy Flaming Scimitar. Actually that's damn nice. Okay, so we got a bunch of items actually. So we got Lava Forged Axe, which is a +5 Great Axe, which does an extra 2d8 damage. Wow. What's Bleed do though? You know, that actually might be better for Amiri than whatever she's using. In fact, I pretty much guarantee it's better than what she's currently using. Durance is an okay club, but this is much better. Also, it looks really cool. Look at that thing. That is beastly. Plus it's +5. It does a ton of fire damage. Her damage is going to be off the charts. I really want to use that one special sword, but that is not going to happen for quite a while. Also, this +4 Holy Scimitar is really nice. Unfortunately, it's not a rapier. If it was a rapier, it would be set. I mean, we could change Valerie to use rapiers, but that means I have to re-level her entirely, which is kind of a pain. But a +4 Holy Rapier might be really nice for her. Let's continue on. I'll do more ruling after we finish this video. I think we're about a little over halfway. Let's take a quick peek. We can actually just look. Let's see, we are at about 24 minutes, so we'll try and find one more area before we call it for the day. Look at that, Serpent Trail. Actually, I think that's just a thing that we can claim. Oh no, it's an actual place. Serpent Trail. Let's go take a look. It's a spindle-looking thing. Serpents. What kind of serpents? Wyverns? Those aren't really serpents. Could it be like... I hear the sound of a portal. Oh, it's a first world thing. Alright, well, we're gonna go in and see what's in there. Oh. Picked up a normal short sword. Let's just quickly glance around the area for loot, and then we'll go in. This is gonna be an interesting place to go. The first world's always kind of weird and fun, or painful. There's no middle ground. Let's hope for the weird and fun and less the painful version. It's very bright. Alright. So, actually, let's go down here first. See if there's any loot that is secret. This dead end? No. Alright. Where's the shot? I see plants moving, which is never... Oh, it's just like a... Primal Doom Hydra. Luckily, we don't care about poison at all. And we are fine.
Do not hold back.
They, of course, do have concealment. As is tradition. 33 damage, nice. 5-foot step in, and we're attacking. Does it have a concealment? It does, just only 20%, which is not great for its survivability. I think this Primal Doom Hydra is about to be dead. 2,000 experience, though, that's pretty impressive. Some gloves, alkali gloves, which are good for unarmed strikes, natural weapons.
I will see this through.
Adds acid damage to them. And we'll grab some Hydra eyes because that is what we do, apparently. Oh, is that it? Just that alkali glove? Really? This was a disappointingly small first world thing. Not sure why there's a ship here, though. Oh, that was quick. Alright, let's get out of here. Alkali gloves. I guess we'll call it here then. I'm gonna wander around a little bit more, do more ruling things. If anything pops up, I will of course start the next video, then we'll deal with that at that point. What did I miss? Hang on. We just found loot from somewhere, but where? I don't see any bodies or looty things. But we found items somehow.
Forwards.
Not seeing anything though. Do we find maybe like a secret thing that I missed, or? Anyways, well, we got some other stuff. I just don't know from where exactly. Oh well, let's leave. This still doesn't really matter, I guess, where it came from. Point is, we got it, I guess. So like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Others will see you next time, and we will hopefully be done with all of our ruling stuff, and hopefully find our next main storyline type thing. We cannot go to the Tenebris Depths yet. It hasn't cleared out, unfortunately, because I really do want to finish that place up. We're also getting closer back to lawful neutral. It's been a very arduous task trying to get us back down to lawful neutral from the lawful good we hit recently. So, like always, take care, and I'll see you all next time.